So today, our goal in this conference is to understand uh, what the fire is, the sacred fire, and the steps and requirements that we need to awaken the fire of the Kundalini within us. As we know, the fire is being honored in many cultures. We see this in the Mayan, um, the Egyptian culture, and the fire represents God in the scriptures as the guide manifested as the burning bush before Moses, and also the one that guided the Israelites in the desert. Also, it represents the Holy Spirit and the fire across all cultures. It has, we has the, it represents the fire of God. So it is the army of the word. If we understand that the army of the voice is the army of the word, is fire. And that living fire, that living philosophical fire, I'm sorry, is what fertilizes the chaotic matter. It is the cosmic Christ, the Logos, the great word. The fire, it is the Logos, the Christ, the word that makes possible the existence of the universe in the dawn of any creation. And fertilizing the chaos. We see here that having problems here. That in order for the logos to appear, the one, for it to create, the one must unfold into the two, which means the father unfolds into the mother, and from the union of those two opposites, the third is born, which is the fire. This is the chaos of the universe, and resides right now in our seminal system. Just as God had to fertilize the waters of his chaos to create the universe, so we have to fertilize our waters so we can create our own universe and do the same. So our inner universe can emerge. So the Kundalini is the solar fire. And if we fertilize our spermatic chaos with the fire of the Kundalini, from there it arises the intimate Christ, the golden child of sexual alchemy. So the Kundalini, it is the solar fire in our seminal atoms, the burning electronic substance of the sun. This is which, when released, transforms us into gods. By releasing that energy, we enter the path of the authentic initiation. And so our Christ, it is, what it has been, and what it will always will be. The path of purification. So we do this through the three factors of the revolution of consciousness. We have chastity, we have psychological death, we have transmutation. So this is the chemical elements that we need, which is sulfur, our waters, mercury, and the salt. So the first, we have the mercury, which it is refers to the waters, the sexual energy, and it has the power of the Kundalini inside our sexual seed. The Kundalini is solar fire that is trapped in the seminal atoms. This is the electronic substance we should look for this in the 15th fire, universal fire, which is the fire of the electrons. The fire has its habitat in the water. So if we spill our waters, we are also going to spill our fire. And then this is going to keep us, we are going to remain in darkness. So this is why we see here chastity is fundamental for this work, to value our sexual energy and never to spill one single drop. Okay, so now the sulfur. The sulfur is to psychological death. We are going to fertilize our mercury, and it has the power of the Kundalini. This is the fire, which is a product, the result of the psychological death. This is how we are going to rescue light from every defect, And this is through denying ourselves through every desire. This is how we see that triumph over um, desire. Where is it? Triumph over desire is light. So we are going to the essence that we free from psychological death are going to rise according to the merits of the heart. Those are the ones that are going to control the rise of the kundalini. So the sulfur mixes with the mercury through a channel, through the back, and is known. This is the surplus where the mercury resides, and this sulfur is the one that's going to create. So it means that our bodies are going to be made by mercury. And the third factor here, the psychological or the revolution of the consciousness, is the third factor, which is the salt. And this is the sacrifice of humanity. The salt it represents the conscious work and the merits of the heart. Okay, so this is a mercury. In alchemy, mercury refers to the waters, the sexual energy, and the sulfur is the sacred fire that must fertilize the mercury. Oh my goodness. Okay. And the surplus of this mercury is fertilized by the sulfur. So this is what, like I said, is going to create the bodies, meaning meaning that the astral body, the mental body, and the causal body are never less but fertilized mercury. This is what it is. And so this is going to travel to the channel Shushubna, and inside the Shushubna there is a thinner channel called sorry. Okay, here we go, the Triveni. I have my thing got stuck here. Okay, so it is written in the old text of ancient wisdom that the lower orifice of the canal, of the medullary canal of ordinary people is hermetically sealed. So the seminal vapors open it so that the sacred snake can penetrate and rise through it. The Triveni, it is the point where the Shushubna, where the Ida and Pingala intersect. And so it's at the center of the Shushubna channel where we find the Nadishita. This is inside the Shushubna, which is the channel through which the Kundalini rises. And after temptation is fire, triumph over temptation is light. Like I said earlier, this is the stone of the alchemist to turn the stone white, to purify his energy, and work with the stone, the philosophical stone. So through the merits of the heart, the Kundalini is going to develop and is going to evolve, is going to progress according to the merits of the heart, psychological death, clean the waters, and doing sacrifice for humanity. So the fires of the heart are going to control the rise of the Kundalini. So he who after has worked with the sexual fire, with the work, after working with the Kundalini, they spill the semen, inevitably, they are going to fail because the Kundalini then is going to descend one or more vertebrae depending on the magnitude of the failure. So this is why we see how we must fight until we achieve perfect chastity. And this is the solar bodies. My slides are going crazy. Okay, so when we have these three bodies, which are nothing else but the result of the fertilized mercury, the mental, the astral, and the causal body, we see how the alchemy here, we have to work with eliminate the dry mercury. The dry mercury it represents the eyes, the ego, and it is not, if one does not eliminate the eyes, the existential bodies cannot be covered by the different parts of the being. Arsenicated sulfur. This is the canal. This is the bestial fire of the atomic hells of man, and that corresponds to to the abominable to the buffer organ and must be eradicated. So the vehicles of pure gold to be perfected, the solar bodies must become pure gold. This is impossible without eliminating the dry mercury and arsenicated sulfur. So we see how the intimate Christ, it is the golden child that is going to rise from our work. So when the bodies are converted into the vehicles of pure gold, they can then be covered by the different parts of the being. There, at last, they serve as a wrapping for our King, our intimate Christ. He is going to rise from his tomb the moment there is a wrapping of that kind, and that covers himself, and with it, manifest himself here through the senses and work for the suffering humanity. This is what is called the magnesium of the alchemy. This is where the Christ is created in us from our waters. So we have some points here to remember. For this is not going to work in couples that are together for mere convenience. The erotic flame should never rise through the spinal canal of couples united for anything that is personal. So adultery, the rise of the holy flame in the spine of adulterers, men and women, would be absolutely impossible. And betrayal, the fire of the sexual delights, would never rise in the spine of those who betrayed the guru, which meaning our being of teachings. And vice and crimes, sexual fire would never rise to the marrow of drunks, alcoholics, feminates, homosexuals, lesbians, drug addicts, murderers, thieves, liars, slander exploiters, greedy people, blasphemers, and sacrilegious. So the Kundalini, it is a fire electronic substance of the sun, which when released transforms us into gods. So this is how we create we make our matters, chaos. Just the same way God fertilized chaos in the universe to create the universe. We have to work on our waters, on our chaos to create that inner golden child, Christ within us. And that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Walter. Alba, Vini.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations to you for the slides.
Tú. Ah, estaban grabando.
¡Siri! Hola, Angélica. Hola,
hasta que
¿sí me escuchan?
llegaste, hasta que llegaste.
Hola, chicas. Hola, hola.
Hola,
Hola,
Albi,
Walter.
¿cómo estás?
Ay, se fue
Hola,
Willy.
hola.
Aquí está Willy.
Hola.
Ya llegaste,
fin.
señorita Vaga, después de un mes de no verte. ¿Dónde
Sí,
estabas?
apenas llegué. Súper. Oye, pero es que te quedó bien. ¿Cómo la viste?
¿Ya miraste las diapositivas que hizo Walter? ¿Ya las miraste?
No, ¿a dónde?
Mira, te las voy a pasar.
¿Dónde?